everybody. I'm back with All About Love. Y'all look over me. I know I look a mess, but I had some things on my mind and I just wanted to talk to you about it. So I didn't want to wait. And it's about any relationships and the blessings in it. You know, it can be hard in the relationships in life, and it doesn't matter, what type of relationship it is. It's with family, with friends, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. All relationships are hard to separate from, but there's a blessing in goodbyes. It's not always easy. It doesn't mean that it's not going to be a struggle, but it does mean that sometimes you needed that goodbye in order to elevate. Sometimes you needed that goodbye to move up to the next step in your life. It's hard because we don't want to say goodbye to people a lot of times. We don't want to end relationships a lot of times. But the problem is we hold on to people and we expect these people to be in our life for our lifetime when they're only meant to be in our life for a season. And that's where the hurt comes from. That's where the pain comes from. That's where the disappointment comes from. And it's like you still asking God, God, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to be with this person? And he's answering your prayers. He's showing you. God doesn't just like come out and slap you with it, but he always shows you. I remember many times I prayed and been like, God, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to be in this situation? Am I supposed to be with this person? And he showed me, and I didn't want to accept it. And so sometimes God puts you in a position to where you hurt so bad, you don't have a choice but to let go. You don't have a choice but to see the truth. And at the end of the day, like I said, he shows you what you're supposed to do. He shows you what's meant for you. And from there, you can say, people say it all the time. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. They ain't playing with you. They ain't joking. If somebody shows you who they are, believe them for what they said. Believe them for not for what they said, but for what they showed you. People can say whatever they want to, and this isn't any relationship. You can have friends that say, girl, I got your back. I ain't gonna never do this. I ain't gonna never do that. You have family that say, I ain't gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that, and then they turn around and do the exact same thing that they said they wouldn't do. Because you can't go by people's words, you have to go by their actions. And you have to pray for discernment. God will show you each and every time who a person is. And sometimes it's hard because we don't want to believe it. We don't want to see in that person, who they really are. But like I said, you just have to believe people's actions. And when you do say goodbye, when you do leave that situation, when you do leave that relationship, it doesn't have to be a we're beefing or I'm mad at you or I hate you. It doesn't have to be about that. It can just be that, you know what, this isn't working for me anymore. I don't have my peace. I don't have my joy. I don't have that feeling that I'm supposed to have in this situation. I don't feel trust. I don't feel love. I don't feel respect. So at that point, that's when it's it's time to, let go. And also in that same sense, when somebody wants to walk out of your life or leave your life, let them go. Don't hang on to them. Let them go. Many people told me many a times, if it's meant for you to be with this person or that person, it'll come back around. If y'all are meant to be together, y'all will be together. You will make it happen. There was a song that I used to hear that said, if you love something, let it go. And if it comes back, then this time you'll know. And it's like you make a full circle and you come back to each other. But it has to be repentance. You have to see it. You have to know it. When somebody has changed, you see it. You don't have to ask them, did you change? Oh, are you doing something different today? No, it's going to show. Like, you're going to know. You won't have to question it. you'll be able to see it and know it. So again, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. And it doesn't necessarily make them a bad person. It just means your time is up. The time of y'all being in the relationship you're in is up. And that's, like I said, friendships, that's family, that's all kind of relationships. We have to let people go all the time. And I say it, and I've said it quite often lately. Every day you wake up, you have a choice to make. Every day you wake up, you can make the decision to make a change in your life. Every day you decide not to make that change, that's your decision. You're happy with where you at and you stay where you're at. But all you can do is for the people who you feel like are drowning and need help, you can't always help them. Sometimes you have to sit back and let God help them. You have to let them go. You have to leave them. And you have to continue to pray for them and lift them up in prayer. But you have to let them go. And you have to know that no matter how hard it is, no matter how bad it hurts, because it's never easy. Anytime you love someone or something, it's hard to let it go. Anybody that tells you they love you and drop you at and leave you at the drop of a dime, baby, that wasn't love. That's not love. Because anytime you love something or someone, it's hard to let go. You can still do it, but it's not easy, is what I'm saying. I know people say, well, I just got to a point and I just walked out, I left. Yeah, but you had to get to that point. You weren't, other people thought you should have been at that point 2 years ago, but it took you 2 years to get to that point. So it wasn't easy for you. It wasn't just a walk in the park. You didn't just wake up one day and walk out. No, that was a work in progress. So just know that no matter how bad it hurts, no matter how hard it is, there's a blessing in goodbyes. And you're going to be okay. And you're going to come out better. And if it's meant for you to be back in a relationship, a friendship, um, close with that person again, it'll happen. It'll happen the way it's supposed to. So just stay prayerful and just pray for discernment to know who is supposed to stay in your life and who's supposed to be in it for a season. Because these people that we keep it in our lives for too long are messing us up. So let it go. Thank y'all for listening to me again today. Again, subscribe to my page if you haven't already. If you haven't told your friends to subscribe please. Also, my daughter Anaya, she has a YouTube page. Y'all go support my baby. I'm speaking it over her right now. She's gonna be an entrepreneur. She's gonna own many successful businesses because that's the spirit she has in her, and I'm claiming it right now for y'all. Go to subscribe to her page. Show her some love. Love y'all, and I will be talking to y'all next week, and we'll see who I have on. Bye.